Welcome back to Radio Entrepreneurs, and we're sitting in the wonderful studio they've built for us at Leader Bank. That means I'm sitting to my left is Sushil. Sushil, you've done a great job. What a great partnership.
Jeffrey, thank you very much. Thank you for bringing the Entrepreneur Radio program to Leader Bank, and thank you for interviewing many of our clients who are creating jobs in the state and making their businesses successful.
Oh, thank you very much. And our next guest, we got a duo here. Jeff Malloy, Director of Operations, Bill Zoll at La Cucina Italian Eatery.
Good morning. Right? Good morning.
Hey, welcome. Tell us about La Cucina.
La Cucina is a large format Italian restaurant that I've created over the last 20, 30 years in my culinary and business ownership of restaurants between the North End. My first 3 locations were in the North End. I co-owned a place in New Jersey, and I've taken all that knowledge and food talent and brought it to La Cucina in the Assembly Row project in Somerville with the help of Mr. Zoll. I designed the best to my ability on a cocktail napkin with Mr. Zoll, and Mr. Zoll would take that and conform that into the project we've built today, or he actually built. I got to supervise. I got to learn to use a screwdriver and a hammer, that they weren't just in a bag and sit in the closet.
So you switched the spatula for the screwdriver.
I watched other people use those gadgets, and were quite impressed when you take a raw space of 6,500 square feet and turn it into what we did together. It is pretty sharp.
So tell us, how many seats restaurant is this?
We are 175 in the interior and exterior of the property. We have about 70 seats outside for summertime through the fall patio.
And do you have a private function room if somebody wants to do an event?
We have 2 private rooms. One opens up to be full 65, and we can break that into a smaller room as well, up to 25 to 15. And then we have a small private table as well up on our second floor. That would be the wine library.
Wine library, sounds good. So, Bill, how did you guys get together in the first place?
Jeff and I have been good friends for almost 20 years, and he approached me a few years ago when he was looking to relocate out of the North End. And the conversation started with, will you build me a restaurant? And next thing you know, we're getting together and doing it in a partnership. So what started out as a cocktail napkin and a cold drink and a conversation parlayed into a business partnership.
Huh? And so how do you divide up the roles?
Well, we're very good at that because I can't cook and he doesn't know how to use a screwdriver. So
this is very true.
We stay in our lanes, as we say. So I think the true appreciation of a partnership is when you do something that your partner can't do, and vice versa. So I built the restaurant. Jeff designed the restaurant. I have no vision, but I took his vision and built it. Now that we're open, I run the office. I run the finance. I take care of the payroll. I oversee the money side of the business, and Jeff takes care of everything.
I spend it.
So, for those listening, watching on YouTube, bring us through the culinary experience of what it's like to eat at your place.
Well, everything is we make on premise, so we have a pasteria as well. So we make all our own fresh pastas every day. We do all our own sauces. We do a majority of our product is local. We do our best to utilize the farm to table at La Cucina. We've incorporated a little bit of the American Italian as well. When I had my place in the North End, we had enough of those American Italian restaurants that had chicken parm and big meatballs the size of my head, and I went another direction. I spent a little time in Italy and found that true Italian food, much as in a lot of cultures, the best food is just simple. So we've tried to incorporate that as well. It's very simple Italian food with a little bit of the American version of chicken parm. I have my own version. I do it with a bone in, and I pound out that breast with a bone in, so it's nice and thin, and it resembles something a little bit different than just a piece of chicken breaded and fried on a plate. Our fresh pastas are just cooked perfectly. We make a dozen or two in-house shapes, from bocatini to our own homemade rigatoni.
I'm hungry. Keep going. I'm ready to go right now.
We brought in a great Neapolitan pizza oven. It's located dead center in the restaurant, so it's exposed.
Oh, nice.
So you can actually see the guy tossing the pizzas. So we do fresh Neapolitan flatbreads. They're on our bar menu. And we have about 7 different types that are a little different or funkier, I like to call them, than your average pizza place. We use we have fresh ricotta. We use prosciuttos. We use cured tomatoes. So we're trying to bring a little upscale culinary to the row, where it's a little bit more on the franchise side, and we're slowly trying to get the people that do enjoy coming to the row to try something different than just coming down for a burger and a cold beer. Come in, have a little pasta, have some great Chianti. The row doesn't have a lot of wine lists. We have a 200 plus bottle wine list at this point, and we've actually have a great clientele right now. We're selling a lot of great Italian wines in a good price point as well.
Wow. You said franchise. So is there a goal to open up multiple restaurants?
Well, at this point, we've only been open for 4 months. So I think we need to stay focused on our location at Assembly Row, and we really need to mature that particular location before we start looking onward, to another location.
Why that location?
Actually, the location is incredible. It's just celebrated its 5th anniversary. The financials that we were given by our landlord are just tremendous as far as the location, and because we're in an outdoor outlet mall, we have a tremendous amount of foot traffic. And the primary focus was when they came up with the Assembly Row concept was that anybody who lives near metropolitan Boston, they'd have to drive over an hour to go to an outlet mall. They'd do the Merrimack or to Rentham. So that was the retail concept that they came up with, and they have been tremendously successful. And the location is just booming. There's constant construction, and there will be constant construction for at least another 5 to 7 years.
And now the new casino is opening up right next door to you guys.
Right across the river from us. So we anticipate additional foot traffic associated with the casino. And we don't really know what to expect from the casino, but I think we're going to be surprised.
Gamblers.
Yes.
We're also adjacent to a row hotel, Autograph Collection by Marriott, 165 room hotel, and then 200 residents above. So it's got a great mix of
Active audience.
Yeah, and then we have 1,700 residents on the property at this point,
Yes.
with another 17 to follow by the end of next year.
So how did you guys meet Leader Bank?
So the Leader Bank relationship comes from me. So I have a relationship with Cheryl Glantz, my loan officer, and Mike Bonsi, the head of credit. So I have in my construction business and real estate holdings, I have business with Leader Bank. So when we needed a little bit of additional capital for the project, I reached out to Cheryl and Mike, and that's how we were brought as a new entity to Leader Bank.
Great. Now, if somebody wants to find the restaurant, how would they do that?
We're at 400 Assembly Row, Somerville, Mass,
Right.
next to the Row Hotel.
And do you have a website for people to check out the menu?
We do. It's LaCucinaAssemblyRow.com.
Great. Cecile, thank you very much. Great guest.
You are very welcome. It's so nice to have you.
Thanks for having us.
Great.
And thanks for helping us.
Great.
You're very welcome.
And we're going to take a break, and I think we're running off for some pasta as we finish this interview. We're on our way over now. And my name is Jeffrey Davis. This is Radio Entrepreneurs. Thank you very much.